If you guys don't know what the stream is, it's twitch.tv/Echo Limits. And let's talk about summer patch notes. So this is brand new, just came out. Let's get straight to it. First of all, it has night operations. What I like about what they did first is Zavod, the Graveyard Shift supports the following game modes. So we're gonna get Conquest. We're not just getting Conquest Large, we're also getting Conquest Small. Rush, my favorite game mode. Obliteration, Domination, Team Deathmatch, and Gunmaster. Love me some Gunmaster. So all that's coming to the new map, the night map, which is Zavod. I'm excited. So a couple of things that they've changed in the Graveyard Shift one is the active spotting. So normally you can spot people all across the entire map. The active spotting is only going to be up to 200 meters since it is dark. So if someone is really, really close to you, you can spot them. They'll have that red thing and your whole team knows where they are. But if someone's really, really far and you can kind of barely see him, yes, you see him a little bit, but maybe the game won't let you spot him for the rest of the people because it is night and it's supposed to be a little bit more covert, which I think is a great addition. I really hope that they would do something like that. So that's coming in that Graveyard Shift map, which comes out today. Let's talk about another feature that they added, audio obstruction. I have these headsets. They're pretty damn awesome, Astro A40s, and I listen out. Sometimes I turn around just because I hear footsteps, and I know, like for instance, I look at my mini-map, and I know that there's only one guy next to me, and he's standing still. Something ain't right. So I turn around, and I see a guy trying to get a knife, and I'm able to get him. So for this audio obstruction, if you read through patch notes, they talk about the difference between some guy being upstairs or in another room when you're in the same room, for instance. So the footsteps should be more audible if you're in the same room, or they might even have a different sound depending on what kind of a ground or floor you're walking on. And so that's a cool improvement. I like that they're still going back and making the small improvements to this game. Very minuscule. Like, who's really going to be listening to these audio footsteps? Yet somebody will. Somebody like me will, for sure. And that's also welcome. So those are like the big changes. Gameplay-wise, giving us a new map, giving us some new features. And let's talk about some older things. They're working on a netcode improvement. So some part of the patch notes talks about there's a simulation rate of refresh rates for bullets. And if you ever watch my live streams or you watch my YouTube videos, there are certain instances where people kill me almost immediately. Has to do with latency, has to do with all sorts of things. But the game refreshes at a 30 hertz. Even if it's refreshing at a better rate, tick rates have been increased, with the cone feature where if someone's closer to you, you get more updates about their location and things like that. Or your field of view updates. They've never went back and added in the way the guns operate. The bullets fly out, and the way those are measured is still on the simulation rate. When the game was conceived, it was conceived under 30 frames, a 30 tick rate, I should say. And so they went back and they updated to more mimic frame rates. So it's gonna be talking about frame rate only. So if you're going at 60 frames, it'll update for you much better. They're giving bullets priority over everything else, which I think is phenomenal because everything else doesn't really matter. I think bullets really matter in a shooter. So they're doing all that. Variable tick rate supported. That's more, I think, PC guys. They're getting different. I think they're getting 60 hertz tick rate servers. I don't think us console dudes are getting that. I'm not too sure. We'll have to find out. And then I'm not even sure about, are they updating rentable servers. And there's also this thing called damage tunneling, and you can look into more of that on the patch notes. I'm not going to go too far into it, but the basic gist is, yes, they're improving netcode. Each patch they come out with, they're working on things, little by little. All right, so here comes another big feature that is part of the summer patch. It's called a team balancer. And I will say one thing I am upset about One Piece is they're using the team balancer. And if I look at the last point, I'm going to start with the last point. It's being enabled in quote-unquote bigger team-based game modes only. To me, I feel like that means 64 players. it's very vague. They don't go into saying if it's gonna work on 32 player servers, like where my favorite game mode is Rush. And yes, Rush gets team stacked a lot. So, we'll just have to see. I'll download the patch today. I've already downloaded it actually. And I'll play the game, and we'll see how that works out. How's the team-based thing? We're gonna give it a couple hours, and there's got to be some, hopefully, significant improvements in that. But just seeing that quote-unquote bigger makes me kind of doubt what's going on there. All right, so let's talk more about the team balancer, because I think that's a very important feature. Above all, netcode, yes, they're improving it, and giving bullets priority is pretty neat. Giving us the map is awesome, and the audio thing is a nice little feature. But team balancer to me is very, very important. Taking both team sizes and skill into consideration, that's awesome. Rebuilding the teams based on skill after every single round, phenomenal. It may be a little bit too much every single round, maybe every second or third round, but we'll see. I want to see how that works out. Keeping squads and friends together, that seems pretty tough. Preventing excessive team snacking. Wow. Team stacking. Assigning joining players by skill during rounds. Replacing players that previously left the game with new joiners. Hopefully, they've been doing that though. If your server is set to official, it always stays populated. If you set it to ranked, no, not really. I don't think they're gonna be auto-filling ranked servers though. Let's see what else they talk about. Evaluating manual team switching on a case-by-case basis and refuse team switching, which may ruin the balance of the server. So that may be the part where, like I said, if they're going to be team switching people every round, at the end of every round, it might cause some problems. So this feature that they have some type of intelligent system which will know and look at this, maybe there's no need to switch teams. Maybe this was a good game. The game will be like, you know what, GG's guys, GG's, no one changes. So we'll just have to see how this all works out on the fly. Attempting to prevent team stacking by being more restrictive of highly skilled players trying to switch to the better team. Okay, that's cool, because I'll say this, guys. I'm sorry if you're a 140 and you're watching live or you're watching later on YouTube. A lot of you guys, 140s, do not like to help teams that are losing. I think that's a missed opportunity to get better. You get much more rewards from trying to help a team out. Struggle is real, but when you can overcome it, it is epic. So yeah, make sure that seems like a cool feature. I don't like when too many 140s try to stack to one team and they just try to noob stomp. It's not fun for the kids. This is for the kids, right? Ball playing for the kids. Now, freely allowing team switching when there are very few people, like less than 5v5. That's cool, because I'm not into the competitive scene, but I know there's people who are. And I imagine if these features are all turned on and everybody's trying to get on one side, it'll be crazy. So this is a cool feature. Once again, the last point being that the whole thing it's only enabled for bigger team balanced games. I don't understand what that is. It's a little vague. They should have at least said it. Does that include 32-man rush? Does it not? I doubt it includes things like Gunmaster then, because that's definitely not a big game mode. I feel like that's only like 20 people. So we'll see. We'll see tonight when I stream it. Alright, so that was it. We went straight through all of the patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the vid, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always. And then before I end it, you can stick around. I'm going to do a live impression by the chat. There are 265 people watching. This is Echo Limits Live, and we're going to interact. So what do you guys think? Live impressions of the patch notes.